Ooh, good morning, everyone. I realize, even though the countdown hasn't started, that I think this is already taping. So here we go. Now the countdown's on. Every day it happens to me. All right. Good morning. Today is Wednesday morning. It is a little after 8 a.m. on September 2nd, 2020. I'm nearing the end of my 25-day mental health challenge. I believe this is day 20. I have to confirm. I don't have my notes in front of me. I'm going without notes today, okay? Because I feel great today, and that's what I want to talk about. The title of my 25 for the cause mental health discussion today is moving on. Moving on. My cousin Rob Russo and Karen from Chicago, he sent me a great song from Todd Petty last night. Moving on, and I love that song. And if you get a chance today, listen to Tom Petty. Moving on. So I thought that was a great musical introduction for this. Now I have two quotes I want to go over, two verses, because I think this is great. And then I'm just going to kind of give a talk about what happened last night and what's going to be happening in the future. All right. So my first verse says this: being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on till completion until the day of Christ Jesus. And that's Philippians 1, verse 6. And again, that's just talking about the future. Be confident that this good work that's started in you, started in me, is going to carry on. And I believe that. I feel so much better. I feel so complete today. Last night was the first time in 3 years that I slept through the night. I actually slept for 7 straight hours. I have not done that in close to 3 years. And again, I thought it was going to take me winning my case for that to happen. That's not what it was. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, about moving on. You don't have to win in order to move on. This is what's pretty cool. This is what I'm learning. Now, the second verse, I have to read this one to you and just tell you a quick story that goes with it, because I think this is amazing. Okay, so the second one, and I love this, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you." Jeremiah 29, verses 11 and 12. By far one of my favorite verses from the Bible, because let me tell you a story about this. Well, about 2 years ago, when I was going through the middle of this and just falling apart, couldn't believe this was happening to me, going to teacher jail every day down at the landings, and coming home depressed, overwhelmed. And I usually would go back. I have a Florida room at the back of my house. That's what I'm in right now, my little man cave. And I'll come back here and just sit and chill, watch TV, listen to music, whatever, look outside at the squirrels, the birds, whatever. And I go to do that after coming home one day, and I'm just done. I'm overwhelmed. And my neighbor, Kurt Hoyt, had gotten me for Christmas a clock that not only told the time, but would tell a scripture verse. Now, this is pretty funny because I had just put it up on the back porch. It was there, but I wasn't really there to hear it click off on the time. So, sure enough, that day when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm about to walk on the back porch. I open the door and boom, I hear this voice. Now, what's incredible, when people say that, hey, I heard God, like I'm hearing a voice. I'm like, oh my goodness, someone's talking to me. And I'm looking around, and they're saying, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, give you hope in a future. Then you will call on me." And I'm like, this is unbelievable. Then I hear the ding, 6 o'clock, whatever it was. And I started laughing. But to me, that's how God talks to you. Okay, that was an audible voice, and God was giving me a message and said, "Chill, everything's good. I'm in control." And I think this is what moving on is about. Okay, I thought in order for me to move on that I was going to have to win my case because I didn't do anything wrong. That's not the case at all. Okay, moving on is, I think, just feeling complete, getting rid of that baggage that's holding you back there. And last night at the school board meeting, all the baggage got dropped because I was able, for the first time in 3 years, to be able to speak publicly about what happened. Granted, I didn't finish, but other people did for me. And that's what completed it. I remember sitting there when I was done and kind of being a little frustrated that I didn't finish. But then my aunt, Eleanor Buck, came up and spoke. She was phenomenal. Nick Kohler, Mary Sheldon, Andrews, Mary Andrews, I love you, Mary Sheldon Andrews, Phil Puzinchera, and again these other people, and the cars beeping outside. I could hear the car horns. I know people are supporting me, and all of that. Just I'm like, this is it. I'm good to go. People understand that I didn't do anything wrong, and I think that was the biggest thing just for me. One of the things we get when you're in a bad situation is people are saying all these positive things about you, and I got students, friends, all these people sending me all these positive things. And I'm going to start crying. I apologize. All these positive things about me. And I'm not even sure if they're true. I'm like, well, wait a minute. How could all these things be true? And I'm being fired and I'm being called a racist and I'm called violent. Yet you guys are saying all these other things about me. And I start doubting myself. And so what happened last night is those people confirmed for me, not only did I not do anything wrong, I did the right thing. And one of the people who confirmed it for me the most, I don't even know the gentleman's name, he's the one who got up and spoke after us and said, did you just hear what these fine teachers said? He wasn't saying me. He said, these other people that you employ as fine teachers, listen to their words, listen to what they're saying. And it was awesome. A complete stranger who knew nothing about what was going on listened to these people talk, and in a matter of what, 12 minutes, he understood that I was getting screwed, that I was being scapegoated, that I was thrown under the bus. And I think that's all. And now I can move on because even a completely objective person understands that what happened was wrong. And I wasn't wrong. And I don't mean that like a right wrong. It's just having to live with yourself, having to live with yourself. I made a decision that day. I'm living with it. I feel good about it and I'm moving on. And so today, I want to just talk a few minutes about how I'm going to be moving on. I have to go down to the landings today and find out, go to HR and find out about just opting out the whole thing, resigning, retiring, because I won't let them fire me because the school board was going to steal money from me if they fired me. Like, how about on top of firing me and doing all this, they owed me money and they owed me benefits and they didn't say a word about it and they were just going to make me lose those. So I have to go down and figure out what the best path is, Kathy and I, what the best path is for us. And I'm going to do that today. And then once I do that today, I've already started my online class to become a personal trainer, and I am going to become a certified personal trainer, and I am going to work for a friend of mine's business. I'm going to wait to tell you who this friend is and what his business is, because I want to give him him and his spouse, his family, a special shout out. They have been a complete blessing in my life, and I mean, this is why I have no worries about what I'm going to do. I as a personal trainer, I am going to get to help people. I started watching this video and I was so excited because it was talking about, hey, listen, you need to make sure that you understand when you're going to be training people, they might not want to do this. They're coming off injuries. They might not like exercise. They might have a bad attitude. Don't get discouraged. They're saying, don't get discouraged. That makes me excited. Like, my goal is to motivate people. And I think that this is what I learned through this, that something I'm good at, and I'm not afraid to say this, something I'm good at is getting the best out of other people. I see this as a teacher, a coach, and a parent. I can boost your confidence and explain to you all the little things you're doing right so that you will do those bigger things right. Because I'm watching, I'm analyzing, saying you're doing this, and this great. And that's why I know you can do this. And so I know that as a personal trainer, I'm going to get to motivate people to do better, be better, look better, and then feel better about themselves and feel their mental health, and get to share the word whenever I can. This is a blessing in my life. I love kids. I love teaching kids. I'm still going to get to coach in the G League. Gianna Vastola, I love you, and I love you for giving me the opportunity to work with the little kids. So that's awesome. I'm always still going to coach kids and be involved in that. But now I get to just work helping people. And that's what I've always wanted to do, and that's what I feel I'm good at. So I'm super excited to be able to do this. I am doing great today. I slept soundly for the first time in 3 years. Why? It's not because I won. It's because I had the support of family and friends. I can't tell you for the mental health how important that is. So all of you people who consistently reach out to me, all of you people who every day might even just shoot me that, Heidi, shoot me that one word thing. There's so many of you, Lisa, Barilla, like I hate mentioning a name because there's so many of you, Deb Markley, who do it for me every single day. Deb Dillon's been on there now. There's dozens of you. And I just want you to know I read those messages and I see them every day. And even when I might have that momentary, oh man, and boom, I get one of those and here we go. I'm ready to go again. So don't ever underestimate the power of your kind words. Don't ever underestimate the power of positive words. And don't ever underestimate the power of reaching out to someone. Okay, because that's what everybody's done for me, and I'm filled with power. I am. I'm filled with it. I feel excited and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to continue I'm going to do my 25 push-ups plus 5. And again, my plus 5 are for the teachers today who had to go, teachers and staff who had to go back to work, and those people who came and spoke up for me last night. Now, I want to leave you with this. One of the things I realized last night is I am going to go to each future school board meeting and use my 3 minutes. So I need teachers and staff to give me a 3-minute topic to talk about. What a great way for you to truly get an ear to the superintendent and school board. I know as a teacher, we know what goes on in schools every day. We see all these things that we know are wrong, but administration won't deal with, and we're not sure we want to tell somebody because of what's going to happen. Well, guess what? You get to tell me. I get to be your voice. How great is that for me? I get to be the voice of teachers. I get to speak up at the school board meeting. Dr. Asplin, school board members, here are direct concerns of the teachers. And I get to tell them directly what they are, see what they're going to do about it, and then come back next month and find out if they did. So I'm psyched. I'm psyched with my new path, my new life, what I'm going to be able to do. And I just wanted to come on today and just, again, let everybody know that life is great. Life is great. I am doing fantastic. I feel better than I ever have. And I'm looking forward to continuing my 25 for the cause. Okay, so I will be pumping out my push-ups, enjoying the rest of my day, and I hope you do too. Thank you all. I love you all. I feel blessed. I feel fantastic, and it's because of your support. My mental health is through the roof. I remember when I started this and I said my physical health was good and I needed my mental health to catch up. It's surpassed it. It's surpassed it. God is great. Wonderful day. Everybody, enjoy your day today. Enjoy it. Feel the love. Spread the love. God bless and have a great day.